Hello, my friend. I'm really happy you are here with me again. And today, I want to tell you a story that has confused the world for more than 400 years. This is not a movie. This is not imagination. This story is real. Imagine this. One day, more than 100 people arrive on an island. Men, women, children, families full of hope. They begin a new life. They build homes. They work together. They dream about the future. Then, one day, they disappear. Not one person, not two people. Every single person. Gone. No bodies, no blood, no fight, no answers. Only one strange word left behind. A word nobody could understand. And until today, people still ask the same question. What happened to them? So today, we travel back in time to one of the strangest mysteries in history. This is the story of the Lost Colony of Roanoke. Our story begins in the year 1587, more than 400 years ago. At that time, the world was changing fast. European countries wanted power. They wanted money. They wanted land. And many countries were looking west, toward a place people called the New World. Today, we know this place as North America. One country wanted to become stronger than all the others. That country was England. England had a dream: to build colonies across the ocean, new towns, new cities, new opportunities. The Queen of England at that time was Elizabeth I. She wanted England to grow bigger and more powerful. So English leaders began planning dangerous journeys across the Atlantic Ocean. Ships would sail for weeks, sometimes months. The ocean was wild. Huge storms could destroy ships in minutes. Food often ran out. People became sick. Some sailors never came back. But even with all these dangers, England continued, because they believed something important was waiting for them: a better future. And this is where our story truly begins. A group of 115 English settlers prepared for one of these dangerous journeys. They were not soldiers. They were not explorers. They were ordinary people, families, mothers carrying children, fathers hoping for a better life, young men looking for adventure, people who wanted a fresh start. Among them was an important man named John White. John White was chosen to lead the group. He was respected, he was intelligent, and he believed deeply in this mission. He promised everyone one thing: we will build a new future. The people trusted him. So one morning, they stepped onto the ship. They left England forever. As the giant ship slowly moved away from the shore, families watched their homeland disappear. Some people smiled. Some people cried. Nobody knew what was waiting for them on the other side of the ocean. The journey was long, very long. Day after day, nothing but water. The sea was endless. Sometimes the wind was calm. Other times, storms hit the ship hard. Waves crashed against the wood. Children screamed in fear. The ship moved violently from side to side. At night, the sky was dark. The ocean looked black. Cold winds moved across the deck. People slept close together. Food became limited. Fresh water had to be saved carefully. Still, they kept going, because ahead of them was hope, a completely new life. After many difficult weeks, land finally appeared. Everyone rushed to look. People smiled. Children laughed. The journey was over. They had arrived. The ship stopped near a small island, an island called Roanoke. The island was beautiful. Tall green trees covered the land. Birds flew above the forest. Fresh wind moved gently through the air. The settlers looked around in amazement. This place felt peaceful, safe, perfect. It looked exactly like the future they wanted. So immediately, they began working. Some men cut wood. Others built small homes. Families cleaned the land. Children played near the trees. Day after day, the small colony slowly started growing. And for a short time, everything looked perfect. But very soon, problems started appearing. The island was beautiful, but life there was difficult. The settlers were not prepared. Food supplies were becoming low. They needed more tools, more medicine, more food. Winter was coming, and they were worried. One evening, all the settlers gathered together. Faces looked tired. Children were hungry. People were worried. And everyone looked at only one man, John White. They asked him for help. Please go back to England. We need supplies. We need food. If you do not leave now, we may all die here. John White did not want to go. His family was there too. His friends, his people. Leaving them behind felt dangerous. But he knew they were right. So finally, he agreed. He would sail back to England, bring supplies, and return as quickly as possible. The next morning, the colony stood silently near the shore. John White prepared to leave. People hugged him. Some were crying. Everyone was afraid. Because deep inside, they knew something could go wrong. John looked at the people he promised to protect. Then he said quietly, "I will return soon." Simple words, a simple promise. But history would remember those words forever, because John White had no idea that this would be the last time he would ever see them again. The ship slowly moved away from the island. The people stood there watching their only hope disappear into the endless ocean. Days passed, then weeks passed. The settlers waited patiently. They believed John White would return very soon. But something unexpected happened far away in England. England was preparing for war. A dangerous conflict was beginning with Spain. Every ship was needed for battle. No ships could leave. No ships could travel back to Roanoke. John White wanted to return. He tried many times, but he was forced to wait. Days became months. Months became years. And still, he could not go back. Every day he worried. Every night he thought about the people he left behind. Were they safe? Did they have enough food? Were they still alive? But there was nothing he could do. He had to wait. 1 year passed, then 2 years, then 3 years. Finally, in the year 1590, John White got a ship. At last, he was going back. His heart was full of fear. During the journey, he could not sleep. He kept thinking about the colony. He imagined children running happily, families waiting for help, people smiling when they saw him return. He hoped everything was fine. After weeks at sea, the ship finally arrived near Roanoke Island. John quickly stepped onto the shore. He looked around, and immediately, something felt wrong. Everything was silent, too silent. No voices, no children laughing, no people walking, no movement anywhere. John started running toward the colony. His heart was beating fast. He reached the houses, and suddenly, he stopped. The entire colony was empty. Every house was abandoned. No people, no animals, no sign of life. It was as if everyone had simply vanished. John looked around in complete shock. Where was everybody? What happened here? He searched every corner. Nothing. No bodies, no blood, no signs of fighting, no broken houses, no weapons, nothing. It looked like people had left peacefully. But where did they go? Then, John noticed something strange. On a wooden post, someone had carved a single word: CROATOAN. He stared at it for several seconds. It was the only clue left behind. Only one word: CROATOAN. John remembered something important. Before leaving years earlier, he made a secret plan with the settlers. If danger came, they should leave a message. If enemies attacked them, they should carve a cross. But now, there was no cross, only the word CROATOAN. This gave John a little hope. Maybe the settlers were still alive. Maybe they moved somewhere else. Maybe they traveled to CROATOAN Island nearby. John wanted to search immediately. But once again, nature had other plans. Dark clouds filled the sky. A violent storm was coming. The ship captain became afraid. He shouted loudly, "We must leave now!" John begged the captain, "Please wait. Please let me search." But the storm was becoming stronger. Huge waves were already hitting the ship. The captain refused. They had no choice. John was forced to leave again. As the ship moved away, he looked back at the empty colony. He knew one terrible truth. He may never know what happened. And he never returned again. The mystery remained. Years passed. Then centuries passed. People searched for answers. Historians investigated. Explorers studied the island. Scientists examined every clue. Many theories were created. Some people believed native tribes attacked the settlers. Others believed the settlers joined local tribes and started a new life. Some think hunger forced them to leave. And some people believe something far stranger happened. But the truth is simple. Nobody knows. More than 400 years later, the mystery is still unsolved. 115 people disappeared, without a trace, without an answer, leaving behind only one strange word: CROATOAN. And even today, history still asks the same question. What really happened to the lost colony of Roanoke? And maybe we will never know. Thank you, my friend, for listening. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to subscribe, because more exciting stories are coming very soon. See you in the next story.